Imagine you're diving deep into the Atlantic, the water turning from bright blue to an inky, mysterious black. Suddenly, your sonar pings. Below you, impossibly, the faint outline of towering structures and concentric rings of land and water appear. You've just stumbled upon a myth made real. Welcome to Hidden Saga, where today we pull back the currents of time to explore one of history's greatest enigmas, the lost city of Atlantis. Our story begins not with an explorer, but with a philosopher. Around 360 BC, the ancient Greek thinker Plato wrote of a magnificent island nation, a naval power that had conquered parts of Western Europe and Africa some 9,000 years before his time. He called it Atlantis, a city of breathtaking beauty and advanced engineering, a gift from Poseidon, the god of the sea. Plato described Atlantis in incredible detail. A central island housed a grand palace, adorned with gold, silver, and a mysterious metal called orichalcum, which glowed with red light. 3 concentric rings of water, connected by massive canals, surrounded this central hub. These canals were large enough for ships to sail through, creating a bustling port city unlike any other in the world. The Atlanteans were said to be a noble and powerful people, descendants of Poseidon himself. They lived in harmony, their society a beacon of wisdom and prosperity. Their military was formidable, with a fleet of over 1,200 warships and an army of chariots and soldiers ready to defend their utopian home. For generations, they ruled with virtue. But as Plato tells it, their divine nature diluted over time. Greed and hubris corrupted their hearts. They began to wage unjust wars, seeking to conquer the entire known world. Their final campaign was against Athens, the city Plato held as the ideal state. Just as they were poised for victory, a cataclysm struck. In a single, terrible day and night of misfortune, violent earthquakes and floods consumed the island. The great city of Atlantis, with all its splendor and its people, sank beneath the waves, vanishing from the world forever. For centuries, Plato's account was considered just a fable, a cautionary tale about the dangers of pride and the fall of a perfect society. But what if it wasn't just a story? What if Atlantis was real? Think about this. If you could ask Plato one question about Atlantis to prove its existence, what would you ask him? Let me know your most creative question down in the comments below. The search for Atlantis has captivated dreamers and scholars for millennia, leading to a clash of fascinating theories. The scientific explanation often points to a real-life catastrophe, the Minoan eruption on the island of Thera, now known as Santorini, around 1600 BC. This was one of the largest volcanic events in human history. It triggered colossal tsunamis that devastated the Minoan civilization on the nearby island of Crete, a powerful maritime culture with advanced art and architecture. Many elements of the Minoan civilization match Plato's descriptions: a powerful naval force, sophisticated art, and a sudden, catastrophic end. Could Plato have heard an ancient, distorted account of the Minoan collapse and used it as the basis for his story? The timeline is off by thousands of years, but some scholars suggest a simple translation error from Egyptian to Greek could account for the discrepancy, changing hundreds of years to thousands. Another compelling location is the Bimini Road, an underwater rock formation near the Bahamas. Discovered in 1968, these large rectangular limestone blocks look uncannily like a man-made wall or road. Divers and researchers have flocked to the site, some convinced it's a remnant of the lost Atlantean civilization. Geologists, however, argue it's a natural formation, a type of beach rock that fractured into a geometric pattern. Then there are the more supernatural theories, which take Plato's story at face value. These ideas suggest Atlantis was a hyper-advanced civilization, powered by mysterious energy crystals or even alien technology. Some mystics, like the 19th century writer Ignatius Donnelly, believed Atlantis was the mother culture from which all other ancient civilizations, like the Egyptians and Mayans, inherited their knowledge. Proponents of this view point to the strange similarities in pyramid construction and sun worship across continents, suggesting a common, forgotten ancestor, Atlantis. They believe the survivors of the cataclysm spread across the globe, carrying the seeds of civilization with them. These theories paint Atlantis not just as a lost city, but as a lost paradise of forgotten wisdom and technology, waiting to be rediscovered. So, where does that leave us? Was Atlantis a real place, swallowed by the sea? Or was it an allegorical invention of a great philosopher, a timeless warning that even the mightiest can fall? Perhaps the truth is somewhere in between. Maybe the story of Atlantis isn't about a physical place we can find on a map, but a story that lives within our collective imagination. It's a story about ambition, the fragility of civilization, and the tantalizing possibility that there are still great secrets hidden beneath the waves, waiting for us to uncover. The legend endures because it speaks to the explorer in all of us. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the depths. If you enjoyed uncovering this mystery, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Hidden Saga, and ring the notification bell so you never miss another adventure. Until next time.